Hey guys, how we doing? It's me, Gloria. Okay, I'm going to make another Christmas card, and there are not going to be no die cuts. Meaning, I didn't use my Cricut. I used some punches, my Cuddle Bug, and a stamp, okay? I've been wanting this stamp for a long time, and this is a 2-year-old stamp, and I finally got my hands on it this year, and I got it for $1.49. So this is what is going to be my focal point of my card, okay? So let's get started. I end up using this Cuddle Bug, and this Cuddle Bug right here is called Mary Jane, and this is a 5x7. And my card is going to be a 6x6 card. So, I have a piece of black cardstock that is 6x12. And I'm going to use my Martha Stewart scoreboard. And I'm going to score this at 6 inches. Okay. So I hope everyone's doing good. I just uploaded my new video for me being a design team member for the Scrappy Mom stamps. Okay. And this is going to, I wanted to open up this way. So let's adhere the inside and layer out the inside. Okay. Now for the inside, I have this white piece of cardstock, which it is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to adhere it right there in the middle. And this is a piece of glossy cardstock. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Yeah. So it was pretty awesome. Okay, so, but before I put this down, I want to kind of punch my corners because I'm going to have this be a round card. Not a round card, but a square card. Okay, so I'm going to adhere that straight down in the middle. And that looks really good right there in the middle. Okay. Then what I ended up doing was taking my Mary Jane folder, and I took a piece of cardstock that was 2.75 and I embossed it. But I only embossed, what I ended up doing was using my Deco Fan Martha Stewart punch and punching out the edge, and then I took it, then I put it in my Cuddle Bug, and I kind of just try to put it as close to the dots on the top as I could, and then I passed it through my Cuddle Bug, and this is what I ended up coming up with, and I think it came out really cute. So I'm not going to cut that down, I'm just going to let it go straight across 6x6, okay? Because this is a 6-inch card. So I'm going to use my ATG, and I'm going to adhere this. Okay. I think it looks really good right there. Okay, so that's going to be the inside of our card, and what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to use this stamp set right here, and this is from Inky Dicky Doo and is a rubber Klingon, and I'm going to use Merry Christmas. And now I'm going to use the Stays On because this is glossy paper. So I'm going to ink it up really good and make sure it does not come off. And I'm going to adhere it right. I'm going to stamp it, not adhere it. Right there. Perfect. Okay, that looks really, really good. And now I just want to wait a second because it stays on. And it stays wet a little bit on the glossy paper. Oh my God, that stamp came out beautiful. You know, for some reason, I'm actually probably add it on later. I might put another layer on the inside and give it a different color also. Okay, so that looks dry. It's still a little bit wet. It's supposed to dry really quick. Okay, so now since that's the inside, and I'll probably do something else also, I'm going to turn this card around and let's start decorating the front of the card. Now for the front of the card, I have, guys, I don't know if you're in the mood for Christmas or the holidays. I am. It's just so amazing. I just so love this holiday. And it's nothing has to do anything about the presents either, which is definitely good. Okay, so I have this white cardstock, and this is just a 1/4 inch less. And what I want to do, I want to round off the edges. But I also want to round the edges off on this card too. So let me do that really quick while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so I rounded it off. And that still looks good. You know, it looks wet, but it's not. Okay, so now I want to round off this cardstock. Okay, and I'm going to adhere this straight down. And that looks perfect right there in the middle. Okay. And then what I ended up doing was taking that black metallic glossy paper, and I ran it through my embossing folder. You see it? Look at how beautiful that is. And then I used my deco fan, and what I did was cut out 1 1/4 inch strips, and then I went punching out and making a strip. And I'm going to do that really quick. I did all the other corners except one. Okay, and then I want to bring it over here and kind of measure it up to where I want it to be cut at. And I can actually, let me do a little bit better on this end. Let me get my trimmer out. Okay, so I have it right there. And then I'll cut this one on this end. In between the circles. The holes, not the circles. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to adhere this to the back of my, let me put this on the side. So I want to place some ATG. Okay. Oops. Let me move my card out the way. Put this as straight as I can. And that looks good right there. So you see what I end up doing? I end up making like a little frame to go around without the corner pieces. Because with the Martha Stewart one, you have to have a certain size paper to get it. And this was not the size papers that you get the whole full punch around the page. So I made my own punch around the page. And I think it looks really good. And look at how good it looks on paper. It even looks better. You can't even tell that you're missing any. Now I'm going to have some of this leaning over, which is perfectly fine. Only from the top and the bottoms. So what I want to do, I want to actually pop this up. So I got my foam tape. And I'm going to pop it up. And then I want to put one more in the middle. I don't want a lot for Christmas. Oh my God, this is some awesome music. I just can't believe how quick this year just came. I can't get over how quick it was. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere this. And I think it's that way. And I'm going to adhere it to where it's like even on the bottom of the card. Okay, and before I close it up, I just noticed I might need to put some foam tape on the edges to kind of keep it still. Not still, but firm. Okay. Now I'm just taking the tape off. Of course, I took the hard way. But you don't never notice how it be until you start working it. So it definitely happens, guys. I know it happens to me all the time. Okay. So now that I did that, now I'm going to go and press down on my card now. And now it looks much better. And it's more positioned even on the corners. And it's not laid flat. See, because when I first put it down, all of this was like way flat. Because I only used 4 small ones and then a middle one. Okay. So that looks good. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, now I have this white piece of glossy paper. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my corner puncher. And I'm going to make the corners. And I think I'm going to leave it like that. Just do half of it. Okay, so now I'm going to... I actually want to pop this up. But before I pop this up, I want to stamp my image on it. So, let me get this straight down. And I'm going to use a stamp. And it's called Winter Wonderland. And it's from that same stamp that I got the Merry Christmas from. The same one. And I'm going to use Stays On. And this Winter Wonderland stamp is gorgeous. I just love how it's going to come out. Now I'm going to position that. Try to get it right in the middle. Okay, now I'm just going to stamp it. Perfect. Perfect, guys. Look at how gorgeous that came out. Focus. I got some really bad lighting. I don't care what I use. Okay. So now what I want to do with this, I want to pop this up also and pop it up to this. But before I do that, I have another piece of that black glossy cardstock, and this cardstock is cut at 4 1/4 by 3 1/4, and I passed it with that same Cuttlebug folder that I have right here, the Mary Jane Cuttlebug folder. And now I'm popping everything up. I think this card needs to be popped up. I'm going to also pop this one up too, so let me do that right away. But before I pop that one up, let me put my image down. And this is the image that I ended up stamping that came out from that stamp set that I said. And what I did, I stamped it, then I trimmed it out, I rounded off my edges. I got this on some foam tape, and I'm going to adhere this on top of this glossy paper. And now I'm going to put this right in the middle. But I want to leave a little bit because I want to also add some bling to the bottom. Would I have enough room for it? Let me see. Hold on. Let me go grab my bling. Okay, so I think I'm going to end up using this black and silver bling. So I just want to see if I was to put like 3 strands, how would it be with that and my image? I think I'll just do 1. Okay, so now I'm just cutting my bling. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Okay, so now I'm just going to use my Beacon 3-in-1 glue. And I found out that this is the best glue to kind of glue your bling. I ended up finding this out on when I went to the Scrap Expo. And I was gonna buy the glue there, but boy, I'm so glad my girlfriend turned around and told me that they sell that same exact glue in Joann's, and I got it for 50% off, so I only paid not even $5, give or take. Okay, so now I just want to adhere that straight down. Okay, and cut off the extra. Okay, so now I want to adhere this to my layer right here. Okay, so there it goes. Now I want to pop this up on this page. So let me get some foam tape again. I'm just going to use longer strips so it'll be even. And it won't do what it did to the other card. Okay guys, I'm almost done. Okay, and now I just want to adhere this to my card layer. And this black and white tradition, oh my god, it looks so gorgeous. Okay. So now I just want to take this and kind of position it in the middle. And that looks good right there. Okay, now I'm going to bring back my card base. which is beautiful in black and white. And now I'm going to adhere this to the front of my card. It's going to look just like that. So I'm thinking I want to pop this up too. So I need a pair of scissors just for this tape. Okay. I've never personally made a Christmas card out of a stamp. So this is actually going to be my first, or may I say my semi-first time. Because I've tried it, but it never came out good. But this one right here, I mean, the image of it is just so amazing. So I'm definitely happy how the outcome came out. Definitely. And one in the middle. I should just put it like that. Okay, now I'm just going to take all this tape off and adhere this to our card base. And that should be it, guys. So hope you guys are having a awesome Friday. I definitely have to go back to work tomorrow. I feel a little bit much better too, which I'm definitely happy. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and lay it right in the middle of this card right here. Base. Layer. Well, the base. And I think it looks good, right? There. Okay, guys. Well, there goes my card for today. Thank you for spending time with me today, coming by, checking out my videos, commenting, you know, sharing my posts, thumbs upping me and liking me, definitely. So there you go. A winter wonderland. I hope you guys enjoy. This is really simple, you know. It took me a little bit, but it's because I tried to do so much to my cards. So, but I hope you guys like it. And there goes the inside. Y'all have an awesome day now. Have a great weekend. I'll probably see you guys soon. Bye now.